No, I mean, second half we got into a rhythm, but that's how we needed to start the game. We were moving the ball, getting separation, and taking care of the ball. That's the most important thing we did in the second half. I just got to do my job better in the first half. We got to be more precise, and especially when you're playing a team like that that's that good on defense, it's all about the little things, little details. Got to have the right depth. Got to have the right timing. I got to have the right throws out on the right time. And offensive line played great. 0 sacks again, and it's about taking care of the ball and the little details when you play a team like that.
What was happening in the first half when you were throwing interceptions?
On one of them, the first one, the one-handed play, the pick six, the guy made a great play, but we got to have the right depth on our routes, and I got to have the ball out earlier so where he didn't have a chance to make that play. And so, like I said, it's the little things when you play a team like that. The second one, we got to be able to attack the ball. Once again, ball out earlier on a deep post curl. You got to fight through it and make a play. Yeah, it's going to be a competitive catch, but we got to be able to do that. And then the third one, it's just a dumb throw. David should have had the ball there earlier. It was two-man. He had the wind down the middle, and he did early. Stepped up in the pocket, and that's where the ball should have gone, but not that late. That's what happens when you force something late.
So are you kind of putting this one on your shoulders?
Absolutely. You got one of the best defensive fronts in football. 0 sacks. Offensive line played great. Guys are making plays, and it's on me to take care of the ball, because if we do that in the first half, we're definitely in that game, and there's 0 question about it. We had the things we wanted. I just got to be able to execute them, and we got to be able to start faster and do that early.
You all moved the ball a lot better in the second half. What adjustments did you all make at halftime, or did you see anything different coming out into the second half?
We stuck with what we were doing, and that's the most important thing. It's about execution. It's about us. It doesn't matter who we're playing. Like I said, it's little things when you play a team like that, but we had our game plan and we stuck with it, and we were just able to execute in the second half. And unfortunately, at that point, already dug ourselves a big hole, and they had control of the clock. So that's the frustrating part. But we stuck with the game plan and our guys executed.
You had been on such a roll heading into this game.
Mm-hmm.
Do you view this as just a really valuable learning experience against a top defense?
Absolutely. We were looking forward to this one as a good challenge for us. Our momentum that we were building on, but yeah, it's frustrating because I had 3 interceptions, and that's on me. We weren't, that game doesn't reflect how close we actually were. We were very close on a lot of things, and that's the encouraging thing. We have to build on that. I have to get better, and I'll handle that. There's no doubt about that. But I want our guys to use this going forward as a positive thing.
I don't know if you know it or not, but your old school Oklahoma made it into the college football playoffs. How do you feel about that?
Good for them. After watching some of that game yesterday and the Alabama-Georgia game, excited for them. Another shot. Once you get in, everything, you got a chance from there. So I'm excited for them. They deserve it. They've played well all year. When you lose one rivalry game, they got their revenge, and that's the important part.
You guys obviously had to keep winning to really keep any playoff hope alive. So what's your mindset for the last 4 games now?
Anything can happen. We have to take care of our business and put us in a good position to be there in the end. All we can take care of is what we're doing and let the rest fall into pieces. So got to get better, got to use this, learn from it. That's one of the better teams we're going to play all year. And so if we can use this as a positive thing and moving forward and get better from that'll be great.
Did you find yourself pressing a little bit in the first half, especially maybe on the 3rd interception, trying to get back in that thing?
The 3rd one would be the only time I'd say I was pressing. It was just dumb. I should have, like I said, I should have thrown it earlier. He had one-on-one coverage down the middle with linebacker. We gotta have that matchup. That's a mismatch for us that we want to take advantage of, and so that's the kind of thing it needs to be there earlier. I don't think we were pressing. We just weren't executing.
Is it really a letdown for you to defer all the time, or does it matter at this point?
No, it doesn't matter because we were in a situation down 20-0 right before halftime. If we would have scored before half and then gotten the ball back and scored right away again, you're talking about a huge momentum swing. So you got to handle it, and having the ball first and second half helps you out a lot of times.
What were you thinking in the second half when you had that sequence of 2 of 3 plays, you know, a touchdown was called back, and then Callaway's right there on the doorstep, and the ball's knocked out.
We were going to be right in that game. You know, that's the thing that we just kept swinging, stayed with our game plan. Our guys kept executing, and that's absolutely not on Callaway. He made a hell of a catch. You know, one, he scored on the play before that, and they called it back, and then he's exhausted, makes another great catch, and breaks the tackle, goes down there, and I watched the replay. He had it tucked. The guy made a great defensive play, and so that's not on him at all. You know, it's for him to feel like that's, you know, the game's on him. It's not. Yeah. So we trust him. He's doing a lot of good things right now, and he made a heck of a play to get down there.
Grant mentioned there were some defensive adjustments that the Texans made early in the first half. Were those things that you noticed, or things that you'll have to learn from in terms of how you reacted to them?
Yeah, they did a couple different things. Like I said, the 2-man on the interception. The third one was a little change up for them. But I think we expected that, for them to trust their pass rushers to get home and play man coverage and drop out. So that's kind of the adjustments we saw, was them play a lot more coverage and trust their guys up front to get to me. But our offensive line did a great job. 0 sacks once again. So, like I said, take care of the ball. It's a different story in that game.
How do you evaluate the second half? I mean, I think over 350 yards.
That's how the first half should have gone if we executed our stuff. You know, like I said, we stuck with our game plan. We should have been able to execute and just do all the little things right. And that's why I keep preaching that. If we do the little things right, we can be a great offense. And you know, we saw a glimpse of that in the second half, but unfortunately, it put us in a deep enough hole to where it didn't matter.
Whether or not you look at it, this, whether it's humbling or not, that's my word. But is it good for a team sometimes to be humble?
If you use it the right way. Obviously, this late in the season, no, we don't want it. To learn that lesson right now, we would have liked to have learned it earlier in the year, which I think we have. But, you know, like I said, it's about execution.
I saw you kind of console Antonio after what happened down there on the goal line. What kind of words did you have for him after something like that?
I told him it was a hell of a play to get down there. You know, it's not on him. I can guarantee that he was thinking the weight of the game was on his shoulders right there, which is an understandable thought, but absolutely not. You know, and we got to have the mentality of playing the next play. Got to have each other's backs, and so it's absolutely not about that one play. There were so many other things through the game that you know, put us in position to lose.
When you when you have a second half like you did, does it give you that feeling that that you very soon are going to be able to beat teams like this and go head to head with a guy like Deshaun Watson, and does the future look so bright
Yeah,
for you?
it's like I said earlier. I think if I take care of the ball, this game is very close, and we have a great team to where we're very close. We just lost to a team that's won their 9th game in a row, and so for us to be talking about just the little things that we're off on against a team like that, that's a positive way to look at it, and that's the way we have to look at it. So, yeah, we got to get better from this.
How would you rate your rookie year so far?
Been some ups and downs. You know, as I was getting more consistent throughout the weeks, and you know, today was a little bit different, but that's the challenge when you play a team like that. So.
Yeah.